Consider this scenario. You need to boil some water, but for whatever reason, you don't have access to a stove. Maybe you are in a hotel room that does not contain a stove. Perhaps the stove in your home is getting repaired. Perhaps you are at work and the place you work at does not contain a stove. What will you do to boil water so that you can make a hot beverage? Enter the water boiler. Water boilers do everything that your stove does to boil water, but you do not need a stove to use it. This makes them perfect for a number of situations where you do not have access to a stove in order to boil water.
Hi! If you are new here, welcome. You are watching Compact Reviews. We aim to update on the latest and best everything that has to do with cooking and the kitchen. We test them out in real life so you know what they're like even before buying them. For someone who loves cooking, nothing could be better than Compact Reviews.
In this video, we will discuss the top 5 best water boiler. So let's get started. Number 5. Chefman 5.3-liter hot water pot urn. One of the most common issues that anybody who uses water boilers has to face is a lack of capacity. The average water boiler's capacity of 4 liters usually just is not enough to make what you want to make without needing to refill the boiler constantly. Chefman's water boiler has solved this issue, and decisively so. It has a maximum capacity of an astonishing 5.3 liters, making it perfect for any situation where you know that you will need to make large amounts of coffee, tea, or anything else that a water boiler can make. You can also dispense the hot water that gets made in Chefman's water boiler in 3 different ways, which is another nice feature that most other water boilers do not have. It has a one-handed dispense button, a manual push pump for a more controlled experience, and even an automatic dispense button. Number 4. Rosewill 4-liter hot water boiler. Even though most of them are designed to save energy, it is possible for a water boiler to use just as much energy as any other method does. This is especially true if you keep water warm inside of it for long periods of time. Doing this uses much more energy than you might think. Rosewill has solved this issue with its water boiler. In fact, you'll have more options with it than you do most other water boilers. One of these options is the ability for it to return water to its normal room temperature. This saves a lot more energy than you might think, and it is useful if you don't really care about keeping water warm. The temperature settings of Rosewill's water boiler are diverse. Its maximum temperature is the standard 208 degrees, but you can also turn it as low as 149 degrees. Not many water boilers have this kind of setting. Number 3. Zojirushi 5-liter Micom water boiler. Even though they only primarily use water, you would be surprised at how difficult it can be to clean most water boilers. This is especially true if you are using them to make hot beverages and soups, where their residual particles can make them a little more difficult to clean than you might think. This is not an issue at all when using Zojirushi's Micom water boiler. Like with other Micom water boilers, it has a non-stick interior which makes it much more easy to clean. This makes it perfect if you plan to use it frequently. Another thing that makes Zojirushi's Micom water boiler perfect for frequent use is its capacity. It has a capacity of 5 liters, which means that you will not need to refill it nearly as much as you would with other water boilers. Number 2. Panasonic Thermopot water boiler. As convenient as they are, most water boilers do their job of creating the hot water necessary for hot and warm beverages too quickly and too well. This alters the overall taste of most hot beverages more than you might think. Anybody who appreciates hot beverages will notice this. The Thermopot by Panasonic is a type of water boiler that is designed to make high-quality hot beverages as well as soups and other food items that utilize hot water. This is done by way of its unique long boil and slow drip functions. This allows anything that is made inside of it to taste as fresh as it can be. Other water boilers struggle with doing this. Temperature settings are another thing that most water boilers struggle with. Most water boilers just do not contain enough settings to account for the diverse preferences that most have when it comes to hot beverages, soups, and stews. You will not need to worry about this either when using the thermopot, as it has 4 distinct temperature settings. Number 1. Zojirushi 4-liter hybrid water boiler. One of the most common issues that surround any given water boiler is that most of them just do not contain enough temperature settings. This is very troublesome if you have different preferences for coffee, tea, or any other warm beverage that you wish to make with one. You will not deal with a lack of temperature settings at all when using Zojirushi's water boiler. It contains 4 different temperature settings up to 208 degrees Fahrenheit. This means you or anybody else who you are making warm and hot beverages for can explore all kinds of temperature preferences. It is a good choice if you have decided to set up your office with a water boiler. That was our list of the top 5 best water boiler just for you.